And we're live. Fantastic. Welcome, Tigress, to the Future Lounge. And we're pleased to have you here. You are from SIFU, I believe, and you're here to tell us all about your project. It's a pleasure having you here. So without further ado, do you want to give us an introduction about who you are, a bit of history about yourself, and how you got to this moment in time?
Sure, I'd love to. First of all, thank you so much for having me. My name on Telegram is Tigress, but I have a couple of aliases. I am the founder of Sifu Inu. It's a deflationary rewards meme token, and it's really, really fun and amazing. I developed it. I came up with this idea because I had been burned by a lot of the DAOs and the inflationary tokens. I had considerable amounts of money in them, and I lost it. And so I decided that I would create my own token to fix all of the problems with all of the DAOs, with the high APYs. I'm like, there's got to be a way to still have good APYs and make money, but not inflate it to zero. So I came up with the daily earns and burns reward token. So every day we're going to go live on YouTube, on all the platforms, and we're going to do an earn or a burn. It will be decided. And I'd like to show you guys, and I will in a minute, the exciting new way that we've decided how we are going to determine whether it's an earn or burn day without having any manipulation. It will be a truly randomized number that's actually determined by the blockchain. A little bit about myself is I am an accountant by trade. In a past life, I was an accountant, and I worked for Toyota for 10 years and various other large companies such as Guess Jeans. And my background is pretty much finance and treasury. So I implemented a software, a cutting edge treasury software, and managed Toyota's $12 billion treasury. So I thought, with my experience and my knowledge, I can really use this and create an amazing token that's actually really, really fun as well, with daily earns and burns aspect. And how that works is, like, on a daily basis, we're going to go live and we'll determine whether it's an earn or a burn day. And if it's an earn day, all of the people, and it may change, it may be a promotionary day where only the people who haven't sold Sifu will get airdropped, but they will get airdropped based on the percentage of the tokens they hold. They will get airdropped a certain amount of Sifus, right? But if it's a burn day, then whatever amount is determined, which is also a randomized amount divided up into 1,000 days, will be burned out of circulating supply, therefore hopefully increasing the price. So it's a volume generator. So what it's going to do is, whether it's an earn day, people are going to want to take profits, but you might not want to take profits, because if you're holding it, you might lose the airdrop possibility, but it's always good to take profits, right? So you might want to sell it. So then if you sell it, then you will make your profits, but you're going to want to buy back in because of the other reward system that we have in place. And the other reward system, now both are randomized. So you don't know when the snapshot is going to take place. So if the snapshot takes place and you're not in it and you own no Sifu, you're not going to get the airdrop. So the other airdrop is the weekly profit sharing airdrop. And that's 70% of all of taxes. That there's a 10% tax when you buy and a 10% tax when you sell. But 70% of it is collected in AVAX and is airdropped to everybody based on the percentage that you hold weekly at a randomized time. So you never know when you're going to get it. So it keeps you in it. And we did this, and I came up with this idea because people were buying into the DAOs right before the rebases. So I don't know if everybody in the audience is familiar with rebases, but rebases is a rewards amount, very similar to our token, where you would get every 8 hours, you would get a rebased amount. Now, that rebased amount, people with millions of dollars would buy back into the rebase right before the rebase and then sell it right after. So they wouldn't get any of the price changes. And with an inflationary token, such as many of the DAOs, all of them pretty much are, they lose value over time. So if you just bought it right before the rebases and sold it, like with $1 million, they were making like $16,000 with some of these high APYs. Well, we fixed that problem because now you don't know when the airdrop is going to be. So you have to be in it to get that, to make sure that you have the snapshot. So that creates volume to have everybody buy back into the system to make sure that they're going to get their airdrops, both their Sifu airdrops and their AVAX airdrops. Now, the thing is to prevent, I wanted to make it hyper deflationary because I don't want it to get out of hand and be worthless. So what I created was a hyper deflationary that has 2 burns. So the one way of burning is the daily burn days, right? So that will take tokens out of supply, circulating supply. But the second way that you can, that it will be deflationary is that I have 2% of the 20% of all of the taxes being paid are buybacks and immediate burns. So if there's a lot of volume, that will create more of the burns as well. So it's hyper deflationary because it's deflationary times 2. So there's 2 burns going on pretty much continuously, but very, very frequently. So I'm really excited to show you guys how the earns and burns work. I made a video. So if you guys, I want to tell you right now, I'll tell you right now that we have a promotion going on because I know that the market's been a little bit of a slump, but it is coming back, which is so exciting. I don't know if you guys have looked at it today, but it is doing really super stellar, which is amazing. And, but I'm going to airdrop everybody who, follows all of us on all of our 5 socials. You can find them all on our Telegram. It's Sifu Inu Official. And if you follow us there, you can get all the socials. Rose will tell you all the socials. And if you follow us on the 5 socials, I will airdrop you $10 worth of Sifu. But so I'm inviting you officially right now. So, and to order to qualify, you're going to have to send me 5 screenshots of the socials that you followed and DM me and the 5 socials and then your wallet address, and I will airdrop you the $10. Okay. Now, if I may, I'm going to take this opportunity. Can I share my screen here?
You can indeed.
Guys?
Yep.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that here. Let's see, and hopefully it doesn't mess up my other live streams, but let's see. Okay. Can I go to a different website? No. Let me stop sharing here. Nope. I've got too many shares going on. Okay, I can, right? So let's see. Are you guys seeing?
We can see your website.
You can see my website. Okay. And there we go. Oh, no. I want to get to a different website.
Why don't you open it in the tab at the top? Go to it on one of the different tab at the top.
Yeah, it's not letting me. I think it's probably from my Facebook. My other live stream. Shoot. Okay. No. Why is it not letting me? Shoot. All right. I'm going to stop sharing over there. So, okay. Sorry, everybody on the live stream over there. You guys, I'm going to invite you guys over to the Future Lounge. Come over here and you guys can watch the rest of the live stream here, and I'll figure out those technicals later. So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to explain to you guys. Oh, it's still not letting me. So weird. Okay. Dang it. Oh man, I really wanted to show you guys.
When it opens up, it gives you multiple windows to that you can allow to share. So it'll show you different screens within your screen. So if you've got multiple screens open, even on one screen, it tells you which one you can pick from. So what I would suggest to do is on the computer, I would open up like Chrome or whatever you want to go to that page.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Open up that page first, and then do that, yeah. And then
oh, good. You are a genius. Duh. I haven't had enough coffee this morning. Okay.
What did you have? Is it breakfast time for you?
Yes. I'm in the Pacific Standard Time Zone.
Right.
So we definitely have a different time here. Okay, so this is so fun, and I'm so excited to. I had a pain point. I'm like, how are we truly going to be randomized? How are we going to pick this sort of lottery out of? Can you guys see all this now? Can you see this? Are you seeing it?
We're just seeing your website still yet.
You've seen Transaction Street? Oh no, you're not.
No.
Okay. All right. Let me get back there. Shoot. Okay. So can
I'd stop sharing the screen and then start sharing the screen. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how embarrassing, you guys. I'm sorry. This is my first AMA, and I just learned how to do all the live streaming and everything yesterday. But I'm really good at accounting and developing and creating amazing projects. And my IQ is higher than it's showing right now, I assure you. Okay, I don't even know how to stop sharing. This is ridiculous.
So to stop sharing, on where the screen is, you've got 5 round circles where you're talking in the middle. It's the left-hand circle with the arrow. You click that.
Oh, got it. Okay. Jeez. And now it doesn't come back up if I'm on a Chrome, though. Okay. Let's see. If I bring it back up. Okay, let's see. Bring it back up. There we go. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Oh, geez. Wow, how embarrassing. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Well, and you know what? Inu, you guys, we are open kimono. So no best, only better. Continuous improvement. That's our motto. So here we go with that in mind. Okay, so we wanted to come up with an idea that was truly randomized and totally fun and unique. So to pick the earns or burns. So we came up with Transaction Street. And what it is it's, I'm sure you guys have all seen South Park before, right? They have these little, there we go. They have every single transaction that's on the blockchain is little Cartmans or Butters or they have them animated, basically. So all of the, I don't want Bitcoin. Okay, well, all of the transactions here are represented by South Park people. So we came up with the idea to come in and this is a street and choose a bus. And so this is a truly randomized number. Okay, so we're going to choose a bus on the blockchain. And when the block gets released in like 30 seconds, then the transaction ID will be generated. And then we're going to take that number and go to our earn or burn spreadsheet and determine whether it's an earn day or a burn day.
And on the spreadsheet, how will that determine whether it's an earn or burn day? What are the parameters?
I'm gonna show you. So,
okay.
Sorry, it's taking the Bitcoin one. takes forever. So we decided to use Ethereum, and we're on Avalanche, by the way, everybody. I don't think I've mentioned that before, but we are on the Avalanche network. It's cheaper fees, super fast, and it's just a really great network with lots of like just,
So
to me, less scams.
What made you choose that network?
To be honest with you, a lot of the DAOs were on there that I had been on, and I was literally, up until the time I created the token, I was like, BSC or Avalanche, BSC or Avalanche, BSC or Avalanche, and I just chose Avalanche because I felt that there was more support for the DAOs over there. I feel like more people that would be interested in my project, which is like a rebasing project.
When you say DAO, a lot of people have a different meaning for DAOs. Yeah.
So true. Yes.
What's your DAO? What is? I mean, because a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. So, what's going to be the role of the DAO within your ecosystem, or what you want to call it?
Right. So it's actually not a DAO at all because I'm the founder and I'm the member. I mean, I'm pretty much, I do have a wonderful team supporting me, but this is definitely my project. And so, but what DAO is, it's a term that is not, you should not be really used that, the way that it was in DeFi. Because there were no true DAOs. Basically a DAO is what it is. A lot of them are used for governments and like voting on stuff and communities and that like kind of thing.
Like DAO Maker.
Yeah. So it's not, but it got translated into a rebrace DeFi project, and to mean what it means on the DeFi network is that it's a rebasing project, typically with high APYs and high inflationary aspects, and they don't tend to last long. And a lot of them ended up being rug pulls because the team wasn't doxxed, or they were just young and inexperienced, or whatever it was. They couldn't, they're not sustainable. So I took the idea and made it sustainable. I fixed the problems with it. And if there is ever a point where it looks like it's being deflationary, it's going to be monitored. Like I said, I managed a $12 billion treasury. Like there's nobody on this planet that has done what I've done. Like it just doesn't happen. It's a huge deal. And to do that, you have to be very active with it every single day. And I am going to be very active, and I'm going to make adjustments and corrections for the market. So it will be, if we can have a high APY and that's sustainable and that's what it's telling me right now, we're going to go for it. But if it's not, then we will go for the adjustments. And so the earns or burns and the daily wallets, they will all be published on a Google Doc, and they will be public so you guys can make your guesses of whether it's going to be earns or burns. But they are not, it's not set in stone. I'm not going to have like some 70,000% APY and let my project that I've worked very, very hard for, and I feel have made nearly perfect, go up in flames. Okay. So we finally, the hash happened a couple minutes ago, but I wanted to get back to this and revisit it if we have time. So if we look up here under number block, this block 504, the hash was determined to be, and we're going to exclude the letters, and then we're going to go to 300. So it's 300, really easy to remember. And then every day live on YouTube, I am going to do this because it's very similar to like a lottery or a bingo, where it has to be drawn live and the number has to be determined live and picked live on by reliable third-party verifiable networks, or somebody could claim manipulation, like what's happening with SafeMoon and all that kind of thing. And we don't want any problems like that, so we just fixed it, got it out of the way in a fun aspect right out of the bat. Okay, now I'd like to share my screen. Can you see the screen? No, probably not, right? Okay.
No.
I'm sharing my Excel now, so I am going to go back over here. Be patient with me. Okay. I am going to go back over. If you have any questions while I'm trying to manipulate this, please feel free.
I've got lots of questions. So I'm also my first question is, are you still working? Was it for Toyota you're working for?
Yes, I am no longer working for Toyota. I am now financially independent and have made a fortune in cryptocurrency. So I do not have to work any longer, which I'm very fortunate. Okay.
So
let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I am trying to. Okay, where do I go? Where is my Telegram? There we go. Okay. Oh shoot. I am not. I need a technical assistant. I'm hiring somebody. If anybody of you out there is good at this live stream stuff and can like toggle around for me, and you're hired. Okay. Stop sharing. There we go. Okay. Now go back over here. No, that's the other one. I don't know where it is. Oh, I can't find you guys. Sorry, this is so embarrassing. I'm not going to do this on my next one. This is too much of it. I can't do this. Okay.
Maybe you should get like a video.
Here. I got it. There we go. You guys see it?
Yay.
Okay, yay! So I know you guys sound like you're from England. I actually lived in London for a little while. So I live by Wembley Park.
All right. Where are you living now?
Los Angeles.
Oh.
I'm from Los Angeles. I've lived here for a long, long time. I don't want to a good girl never tells her age, right? Okay, so here we go. So So I did the colors, and I know you guys aren't into American football as much as we are or whatever, but here we have the Super Bowl, and we just had it, and it was actually, in our hometown, and our team won, and the colors were these two colors, yellow and gold, and so I thought it would be fun to sort of represent my team and its status of winning the Super Bowl and make the colors of the spreadsheet yellow and gold. But basically, so what we're going to do live every single day is we're coming here and we're going to do just a quick little, oh shoot, I cannot manipulate it. Okay, so I will choose number 300. Let's see. Oh, wait, I can go here and do it, right? Okay. I'm going to go here and I'm going to do a Control F and do 300 and find the next. And okay, so it's an earn day. Woohoo! And these numbers, yay. So these numbers will be changed. I just put 10 million in for just a placeholder just to show you what the wallets are going to be. But those will, like I said, will be a varying variable rate for sure. But we would be earning this much on this particular day, and depending on the size of the wallet and the market conditions, it would be airdropped either all at once or spread out over a couple of days, or whatever promotion's going on. Maybe only the Sifu holders would get it, or that sort of thing. Oh wait, this is supposed to be that. So anyway, so that's how we're determining the earns and burns. Very short and sweet, live every single day. And so once it's used, let me talk about this for a second. Once it's used, we're going to do a format cells, and we're going to do something called a strike through, right? Let's see here. Oh, where is it? Of course, it is not right here right now. Okay, anyway, it strikes through, and I must have changed it. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. And so it's going to strike through number 300. Let's say 300 had already been chosen. So if 300 had already been chosen, we are going to go to a, and I don't know if they have this in England, but it's the Price is Right. So the Price is Right rules are go as close as you can without going over. So if 300 had already been chosen, we would go to the next one. And so we would choose 299, and that would be the earn or burn for that day. If we get through all of them, we'll start back up and start working our way back down again. But yeah, so that's how it works. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions.
Can I ask a little random question? Are you by any chance into like natural healing?
Yes, can you tell?
And I just like sense that little, you know, in your excitement there. So let's talk about these. It was random, so don't worry about it.
I've had a lot of cayenne pepper this morning in my coffee.
So, how many of these does it go up to this on here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I didn't mention that. 1,000. It goes to 1,000.
Yeah. How come it goes like earn, burn, earn, burn, earn? Why didn't it go up like?
Good question. So okay, so I did 400. This is kind of fun. Actually, I'll show you guys if you're very curious, because I like the curiosity. Okay, so so what I did here was I did a randomizer. Okay. Oh shoot, you can't see that. Okay. But basically what at first I thought I said, okay, let's do it 50-50. Let's do earns and burns. And then I brought on our developer, and he had an idea. He's like, you know what? People are going to want earns more than burns. So let's do like 60-40 split. So I had already determined that it was going to last for 1,000 days. And so then I go, you know what? You're right. Let's do 600 earn days and 400 burn days. So that will equal the 1,000 days, right? So yesterday I had them all going, and this was actually somebody from our community. Well, and I had this idea too. I had them all, if you watch my video on YouTube from yesterday, I had them all on earns in a row and then the burns in a row. But if we know that it's 400, the minute that the number gets determined, the first 600 are earns and the last 400 are burns, you're going to know whether it's an earn or burn day. It's more fun if we randomize it and put it in a random order. So then when we come here, it gets revealed whether it's an earn or burn day here, as opposed to right when the transaction hash occurs. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, yeah. Can I just get another question now?
Sure.
So, who came up with this idea?
Me.
Okay. So did you do all the maths on it then, yeah?
All the math?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah, it wasn't easy. I'm going to be honest with you. It's taken a while and a couple of revisions, and it's yeah. It was. I actually springboarded it off a very good friend of mine who was also in a DAO, and we got burned by it, and he and I spoke on the phone for about 8 hours, and we're like, come on, we can come up with something better. And then we just kept like bouncing things off of each other, and I'm like, hey. And to be honest with you, I turned on the TV one night, and like after the night, actually after we have spoken on the phone, and the game show Deal or No Deal, I don't know if you guys have that there, but yeah. Deal or No Deal was on, and the suitcases were getting revealed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so fun. That would make the funnest element into our project. And so the next morning I called my friend and I'm like, we're gonna do it like deal or no deal and open up wallets every single day. And he's like, oh, that's rad. And so the idea was born.
Well, so because it's not a straightforward kind of project. It's not a simple buy, and you kind of know it's quite complicated, don't you think, on what you've got so far?
Well, what it is, my explanation, I have to probably practice it a little bit more, but to be honest with you, the way to earn with Sifu is to buy and hold, and then you just earn, and you're going to get airdrops. So it's just buy and hold it, buy at a good price, buy at our fair launch. Our fair launch is tomorrow, it's going to be a good time because I put a lot of tokens into this fair launch. So with the market down and everything that's going on in the world today, I feel like the price could be a very good deal. So I have a current private pre-sale going on right now where the price is 0.00, 3 zeros and a 5. And I've projected it because of similar projects such as mine to be 0.0007. However, I've sent enough tokens there, and if things don't go fairly well, it could be a very good deal to scoop some up within the 24-hour fair launch.
So the private then, now let's talk about that then. So how many tokens it's per AVAX, right? Yeah. What is it for, like one AVAX or whatever it works out at? Or is it
one AVAX right now? It's like 138,000. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. I know it's got a 420 at the end of it because I thought that was funny.
$80 for AVAX right now, yeah.
Yeah, $80 for AVAX. So you would just multiply $80 times. Let's see, we could do it right now. So $80 times. So I'll prove to you guys I'm good at math. Maybe not this technical live stream stuff yet.
I will get that.
Times 0.0005. So the current pre-sale, because the market's down a little bit. When I did it, it was 0.005. But So
is that what the price is per token? Is it 0.005?
Yes. It's 0.0005 per.
Sifu.
That's the price right now in the private pre-sale, and that goes through tomorrow. I don't know the UTC time, but in the Pacific Standard.
How many Sifu do you get for one AVAX? As in like an $80 AVAX. That's what we need to know.
Yep. So let me show you guys how easy it is to buy. Let's do that.
Per one,
Yeah. I am looking up the number right now. In the fair launch, it hasn't been determined, but the pre-sale is here. It is 163,420 per AVAX. Sorry, I didn't remember the number off the top of my head.
20. So is that 163,420 or 163,420?
163,420.
Okay, great. I've got that. And so that's what it works out at. And how many can you buy in the private?
Up to 70.
Okay, so you can do that 70 times, yeah?
That's another thing I wanted to mention. You guys go, if I haven't answered all the questions, and this was my first one, everyone's a beginner. Please forgive me. This is my first time today. I'm very new at this. But we have a great website that was put together with a wonderful FAQ section. So if I didn't cover something here, we have an amazing white paper. It's all on the website. All of the socials are on the website. Everything is there, the roadmap. And yeah, it's all there. But I did want to say that I have put in some anti-male. Anti-male. This is a female project. No males in here. No, just kidding. Um, but I put in some anti-whale measures, and my anti-whale measures are that if anybody ever holds more than 1% of the circulating supply, they are going to be paused. They will not receive any more airdrops forever. They're permanently banned from airdrops. And depending on the actions of a bad actor, can be blacklisted and can absolutely have their liquidity forfeited, and it'll just go into the pool and everybody else will get it airdropped. So, you know, and I would, of course, it would only be for a bad actor. If it's an honest mistake, you know, I'm not going to like, you know, screw somebody, you know, over for that and like take their liquidity, but they're going to have to open up a new address for not reading the rules, because we can't have that. This is like the people's coin, you know, this is for like the little guys, like to come in and make a buck, you know, it's not really for like the big whales. They can go do that somewhere else.
So just, I mean, you can check my maths if you want. It's not the best, but I'm guessing that you can roughly spend about 5,600 as a maximum limit in the private per person. Is that right?
Yeah. In the private, yes. Let's see. I have the details right here. I mean, yeah, it depends. It depends on the price of you know, AVAX with it fluctuating. When I set it up, it was a little bit higher because when I started this pre-sale, it was like at 97 or something. So yeah. But I mean, if you really wanted to buy more, talk to me. I think it would probably be okay. I just really am trying to prevent people from dumping a huge amount at the launch, because this is really a project that is built for the long term, and it's not just one of these pump and dumps. I'm so tired of those. I lost so much money on them, and these projects and the people worked so hard on them, and I felt bad for the honest ones where they really were, you know, had good tokenomics and a good project and a really good team behind them, but you know, people just bought and the whales bought and then they dumped on them, and the projects just dissipated and turned to dust. But I feel like I've baked in enough interest and fun on the daily basis to create volume and to, you know, create a fun thing aspect to it for the daily rewards, so that people would actually be rewarded daily, to keep them interested and involved and keep the project going long term.
Do you know, at the moment you say it's not determined, and I guess that's because you don't know how much you've sold because you've left it open-ended in the private, but how are you going to determine, obviously, what the starting price is going to be on the fair launch?
So the fair launch, it's a little bit confusing. Let me try to simplify it and make sure that that everybody can understand it. With the price is determined. I got an example. Okay, so I sent 250 million tokens to the fair launch.
No, I know how the price is determined, because you're going off the total supply, and then what you've done is you whatever you've sold in the private, then whatever's left over is going to be. I get that, but what I'm saying is, do you know roughly what what it will be? I know it's difficult for you to.
I have predicted. Okay, so based on a similar project that had the similar marketing spend as we did and similar community interest, they sold about 15,000 AVAX. So I predicted that we would do about the same, and with that, it makes the price 0.0007. So the projected price is 0.0007. 0.0007, given all of the information and the prior history of other similar projects. But like I said, we don't know. But that's why I was suggesting everybody should pick some up. I mean, you might want to do like a half and half. You might want to do like pick some up in the pre-sale while it's still going on for one more day, and then like maybe pick a little bit more up, you know, tomorrow in case the price like really.
It's just normally most kind of private sales have a cap, and then they you know, once that's gone, then they know. Do you know what I mean? You've kind of left it open ended, haven't you? As in, like, someone could buy up like half of the supply. You know, there is no cap, is there? I don't believe, no.
Yeah, there's a cap. It's 2,500 AVAX. I set it really high because it was for 2 weeks, and we had a lot of influencers, YouTube videos coming out, and I wasn't really sure what the response was going to be. So I set it, my goals very lofty, I will say. And but the raise doesn't really matter because whatever money that's come in, this is actually the third pre-sale that we've had. So, yeah, so we have other money that has come in.
So what was the price on the first tokens then?
The first price was friends and family, and it was 0.30 and a 2. And then the second one was 0.30 and a 4. And then this one's 0.40 and a 5. But if you buy now through the end of the fair launch, I'm actually airdropping everybody 25%.
Did you just say 4 zeros on that last one?
No, no, did I? Okay, I hope I didn't. 3 zeros. It's all 3 zeros. Yes, yes. And and the projected price for a fair launch is 3 zeros and a 7, but it could go either way. But I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard the promotion that I'm running right now too. Through the end of the private pre-sale, anybody who buys now through the end of the pre-sale, the private pre-sale is getting airdropped 25% extra. So it's actually reduces the price to like 0.30 and a 7.5.
I'm loving this AMA, and I wish we did have more time, but we've got 10 minutes.
Okay.
I want to get through, like, as many questions as we can.
Yes.
So we can. So first question is, what was the size of them other pre-sales? How much did you raise in each one? The friends and family and all them, you know.
So we've raised about $40,000 total, US.
Right. Okay. $40,000. Okay, and so they're like almost 10x out there at launch. Some of them ones, yeah, already on that token. Yeah. And my math's not very good. So a question someone asked me, actually, someone DM me.
But and I won't. I have to stop you there because I have not set what the price is going to be at launch, and I have some mentors that have like really inspired me, the founders of tokens and of coins now too. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hex or Richard Hart or any of his aspects, or Forex, but Forex just launched his new projects, and he actually set the price below the pre-sale price because he didn't want to prevent, but only a portion of it is available. So there is a chance that I could set the price lower at launch. That's TBD, and I'm not releasing that information. It's very top secret.
Like I said, I wish we had more time, but we don't. So, someone's DM me a question and asked me where you made all your money in crypto. What was it?
From Bitcoin. I'm a poker player. So if you guys follow me on I think I've even posted some of them, but some of the old like poker whatever's, they used to pay like 5th place, you'd get like 250 Bitcoin and stuff like that. That's all I'll say. I'm not as independently wealthy as like Richard Hart or anything like that. I just don't have to work anymore, which is nice.
Okay. Okay. So going back to the actual the token itself, how you said you're going to keep it sustainable so that the APY can be high as possible all the time. Can you just talk a little bit about how you're going to do that?
Sure. So through the burns. So I am going to, and I actually was, I love math. So I was like sitting around going, okay, if 2% is 20% of total circulating supply, and the 20% is going to be bought back and burned automatically, then all I have to do is make sure that the whatever is being airdropped and the volume, adjust it per the volume every day if needed, and keep it below that 20% inflation rate. Like we're all feeling the inflation in every country around the world. I know it's like crazy here. It's like, they say it's 6.8%, but that's only like corn and soybeans, and like who buys that? Like rent and everything is like 20%. So my plan is to keep the inflationary rate or below the earns and the burns and the amount that's being airdropped out to everybody below the 20% inflation rate. And then the burns will just add that. The daily burns will add the extra hyperinflationary part to it. But the stable every day is going to be the volume 20% burns.
Okay, so it's going to be definitely like this, yeah, on that level at 20% all the time. I get it. So all to give people that have missed maybe the beginning of the AMA, we could obviously kind of summarize it up as if it's kind of like a lottery token, really, right? Would you say?
It's similar to a rebasing token.
Yeah,
it's really similar to a rebasing token that has a burn aspect built into it. So you don't have to buy back the price when it gets below a different thing. It's going to be like built in there. It's really modeled and was designed after the rebasing projects that we call DAOs. And so it's got like high, it will have high APYs. There will be high APY wallets that will get opened, and people who are holding at that time will get rewarded for holding those. That won't happen every day, but and rebases, rebases were happening every 8 hours and as scheduled, but ours is just a randomized one, and it's determined by sort of the universe. So yeah, but I would not sum it as a lottery token. It is more of a rebasing token with varying APYs.
Yeah, okay. With a slight lottery feature though with it though, yeah, because you do have the randomized where you pick the earn or burn, right?
But I'm not randomizing the people that get picked. That would make it like a lottery.
True.
Makes sense?
True. So does everyone get a bit of earn and burn then? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
everyone gets an
so what's determined on the earn side then? How much if it was an earn, what is the value of that? How is it determined?
So all the rewards will be paid based on the percentage of holdings. So it's how much that you have in your wallet as Sifu at the time of the daily snapshot. But we are going to be running promotions, and there will be either additional airdrops or just airdrops for Sifu holders. So people who have never sold Sifu before, they will be rewarded. They will be airdropped. It will be announced before, so there's no manipulation or anything like that. And we will run different promotions for people who maybe haven't sold in the last month, or haven't sold in the last 2 weeks, or have never sold. So that will be the profit sharing airdrops will be also randomized, done once weekly, and those will be based on the percentage of holdings at the time of the snapshot. And and who knows, we may do a promotion on that too. Reward the people who are holding.
Sounds great. So what's we hadn't talked about really like in depth on the tokenomics side of it, but what's going to be are you going to be doing some buy and sell tax on this?
Yes. So the tokenomics are, and I would show you guys the screenshot, but I can't do it anymore. So
Yeah.
basically, it's a 10% buy when you 10% when you buy and 10% when you sell, and then so that adds up to 20% for a total transaction, and 14% of that 20% gets airdropped back to you guys, to all the holders based on the percentage of your holdings. And then 2% is the buyback and burns, which we talked about, right?
Yeah.
And 2% is for marketing. And I plan to market the living bejesus out of this thing, because I worked for Toyota, but I didn't work for the car company. The cars company. I worked for Toyota Motor Sales. And at the time, we were the 5th biggest company in the entire world. And all we did was, every time you turn around, even still, there's a Toyota logo on your cup or at your sporting event, or, everywhere there's advertising. So I am going to spend 2% and probably more, as much as I can, on marketing and getting the word out, because I feel this project is totally fun and totally amazing and revolutionary, and there's nothing like it. And when people really get it and we really understand it, they're just going to want to participate. So I want to make sure that we share the word with the world. And then the final 2% will go to the team.
Right.
There's about 8 of us right now. Yeah. Just for
Okay,
business expenses and that
we've
kind
just
of thing.
got a couple of minutes left because we've got another AMA after this one. So
Yeah.
obviously, do you want to just touch on you, because we've not talked about your team. We've talked about you, but not your team. Maybe do you want to give us just a quick run through who they are and what the roles are?
Yeah, sure. So it's myself, and I am the creator. And then my name's Laura Dennison, and I am doxxed. I am not running away. I am not rug pulling. I'm a very honest person. In order to manage a $12 billion treasury, you have to have some sort of integrity. So, and that's what I found was really lacking in the DeFi space. And so that's why I stood up and raised my hand and goes, you know what? I can fix this. It's a supply and demand issue. It's economics. It's pretty simple. And I'll create some fun aspects to it. So some game theory tokenomics. Like I said, I'm a poker player. I enjoy playing poker in my spare time, and I enjoy a good game just like anybody else. So that's me. My background is I worked for Toyota, managed $12 billion treasury. And then there's Scott Hollows, who is from Australia, and he worked, he was a senior principal for Oracle. So I'm not sure if we know what a senior principal was, but a senior principal, as I dated somebody who was like a Stanford PhD, and we were in our 20s, and he comes to me and goes, Laura, Hewlett Packard just hired me as a principal. I'm like, what? Of a school? What does a principal mean? Or whatever. And he's like, no, I can only work in 3 places. And I'm like, you don't know about computers? He goes, they're going to train me. And he's like, they can only work in 3 places in the world. So they're developed software developer engineers. Scott was a senior of these principals, and he taught literally all of these developers and principals. And so for Oracle, one of the largest leading software companies in the world. And then I have Alex Barini, who is our IT and cybersecurity, to make sure that all those cyber bullies don't get us. And I have Emil Figueroa, who is helping me with marketing. So
awesome.
They're all on the website.
Yeah, they are on the website, in case you want to say. I would love to stay and chat to you, because I'll be honest with you, you are so interesting to listen to and very exciting. And I've really enjoyed having you on the in the Future Lounge today. Maybe you can come back in and give us an update or some time and give us keep us posted. But if anyone's got any more information they'd like to know about the project Sifu, or want to ask Laura herself any more questions, she's got a Telegram group. You can head over to there. I'm sure one of the team there will fill you in. On behalf of the Future Lounge, thank you very much for coming today. It's been an absolute pleasure listening to you. And, it's been, like I say, you've brought some excitement to the room. I loved it.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me. And I'll definitely come back and give you an update on how awesome Sifu is doing.
Thank you very much. Wish you all the best with it.
Thank you.